what am I missing in my current FSMA 204 plan? A good way to assess your readiness is to ask a few questions. Have you identified the appropriate resources? And this is not only internally, but also externally. So, for example, sales, IT, food safety quality assurance, operations, logistics. Each of these departments that I just mentioned have a play in some of the things that we're going to be talking about, and specifically related to FSMA 204. Have you created a schedule for onboarding all your trading partners? There's a lot of things that need to be done for each of your trading partners, and each of your trading partners have a different, they have different capabilities. So have you created a schedule for onboarding these trading partners? What about a checklist? Have you created a checklist of what's needed, what's required, what's optional? Have you determined how you're going to send the data or how you're going to receive that data? Because FSMA includes both. You can be sending data to your subsequent recipients, and you can receive data from your previous recipients. What if your trading partners cannot even send or receive in that format? That's something that you have to plan for. How long will it take to test with each trading partner? Just to give you scale, larger grocery retailers have over 1,000 produce suppliers, and large suppliers have over 1,000 buyers, including food service operators and grocery retail stores. So that's a big deal. What reliance do I have on my trading partners? Next question. Think of it this way: missing links break the chain. So when you're missing information from trading partners, it creates missing information for your recipients. If your recipients are dependent upon that information and they don't get it, what are they going to do? How are they going to continue the chain? How long will it take for each trading partner to fill the void if there's a void? So these are things that you need to be aware of. These are just a few things to be aware of on, what reliance do I have on my other trading partners? But we'll hear more about that in a second. Doug, I'm going to turn it over to you.
When we start talking about data capture, this regulation requires a ton of data capture, and there are multiple ways of capturing that data via voice technology and RF technology, and we're going to touch on a lot of those today. We still see organizations that are capturing this data manually, and they're recording it manually, which is not going to be practical when this regulation goes into effect. So a lot of different ways that we can collect that data at the time of receipt, at the time of pick, at the time of ship, and where it's going. Sharing that data electronically is a must. So there's no longer a manual process in place. It's got to be electronically, and it's got to be shared to other systems, as Gary mentioned, upstream, downstream of the current environments of where you're at. That data needs to reside in your systems, but also has to be communicated to a warehouse management system, ERP systems, manufacturing systems, those types of systems, and that needs to be done electronically. And really, the necessary steps at each leg of the supply chain is every time the inventory moves. It's the way I look at it. So anytime I'm shipping or receiving the trackable inventory, there needs to be a recording of that. So that's kind of the way I look at it, is every time that inventory moves, whether it's a shipment or receipt, it has to be tracked.